Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Charlene?
I'm excellent, thanks. I'm so excited. We are going to talk about something that is in real estate and the news and everything else that everyone seems to be hyping up. So let's, before we get down to it, actually, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Charlene Williams. I work with Real Estate Homeward, and I've been in the industry for 14 years, seen some ups, lots of ups, seen some downs, which we're going through right now. And I'm going to introduce you to the lovely Amanda Pivar, who is a mortgage broker, and she's going to introduce herself.
Yeah, so I'm Amanda Pivar. I'm a mortgage agent with Vine Group. I have been in the industry for 11 years, 8 years on the broker side. And Charlene is right. We have seen some ups, we've seen some downs that we're currently going through. But need I remind everybody of 2017 when we were in another down, and we definitely rebounded since then.
We definitely rebounded since then. So, what we're going to discuss is move up buyers and the opportunities that there are in the market. Amanda will speak to the mortgage side, and I will speak to the real estate side.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know about you, Charlene, but so many of my clients are reaching out to get pre-approved because they bought that condo downtown, say 5 years ago. A lot can change. Usually, when people are buying a condo downtown by themselves, it's a one bedroom or a 1+1. Fast forward 5 years, and a lot of my clients are now married and have a baby on the way. So, looking at it as an opportunity to now buy a bigger property. Are you seeing the same with your clients?
Absolutely. It's been nothing but move up buyers recently. We have well, the condos are worth a lot more than it was 5 years ago. So I guess they can, well, not I guess, they can take the equity out
Yep.
and combine it with whatever they've saved and buy a larger property.
Absolutely. And not only have their condos gone up in value quite a bit in the last, say, 5 years if they bought it, prices are down for houses. This is the first time in a very long time that we're seeing prices down. For instance, let's just say we had a client who was looking at $1 million property. They're only putting 200 down, whereas a couple months ago or a year ago, that probably would have been closer to around the 300 mark when you're taking into consideration all their closing costs and their down payment on a higher price point. Tons of my clients see this as an opportunity. Yes, they might be taking a small hit on their condo that they from this time last year, but they're not taking a hit from when they actually purchased it, say 5 years ago.
Exactly. Year over year, they're taking a small hit. However, and I always tell people this, you can't time the market. Either you're going to get it on the buy end or you're going to get it on the sell end. I have clients that moved out of Toronto last year, 2 years actually, 2 years ago. They put it was not a condo, it was a townhome, but they had they overgrew the space.
Hmm.
Their boys were bigger. They wanted to have a bigger property somewhere where they can all four of them live together and have room. So they sold their property in Toronto and purchased just outside of Toronto in Whitby. They got a really good price for their property here in Toronto, and they were able to use that money, a lot of it was equity, to buy for a lot less with more house in Whitby.
And another big thing too is I'm seeing for my move buyers, a lot of them don't have to sell. So many of my clients, because they bought their property so long ago, had built up quite a bit of equity between the property values going up, paying their mortgage down, that when they actually go to take the money out, they actually have quite a bit of equity available to one, take it out to buy their next one, but keep the current one as an investment property, which is always great. I mean, keeping two properties at this point in life, never a bad thing.
Never ever is. I mean, we have ours like a condo that we rent out, right? And we have the house. So that is always going to be in the future if we want to sell either or property, sell the condo, pay off the mortgage, and we have even more money than we thought we had when we bought it.
Exactly, or double down. In a few years from now, you're again building up equity because the market will rebound eventually, but you have someone else paying that mortgage down. Then in a few years, people will have access to say 150,000. They can pull out to then buy another investment property. So there's a lot of strategy right now, I think, for anyone who's in the market to move up, to get themselves in a permanent home, but also keep the property as an investment and potentially buy a second one in a few years from now.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea, actually. The way the conversation is going between you and I actually didn't even think about that, but I'm glad you brought it up. We have, I have many clients that are in that position.
Yep. Yeah. Same. And like also too, because many of my clients who bought, say, 5 years ago, probably bought on their own. Now they have a double income household. So it really is helping then to afford number two, which is your primary, but then number three, that should be another investment.
Yes,
Yeah.
double income. That's part of it, right? Because when they purchased, they were single.
Yep. Exactly.
So by this time, yeah, we're looking at approximately 5 years, 2017, maybe possibly 2018. They were single then and now they're together
Yeah.
in some cases, both people have units that they've purchased then.
Yes, I do have a lot of those clients as well that are, one was a client before, they've met somebody else, and their each individual property is very quickly turned into three because they've now bought a property together and kept their two as an investment.
That's amazing. Building your real estate empire. That's what I like to call it.
Absolutely, it is. So anyone who I think is not taking advantage of the market right now, who's thinking of moving up, it's not only helping them in the immediate, but they need less down payment, which means less equity from their current. So it's easier to double down again in a few years from now.
Right. And investment in real estate is always a good idea.
Always. It's a little more secure than the stock market, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Amanda, do you have anything else for me?
That is all my move up information I have right now. But if any of your clients ever have any questions or yourself personally, I'm happy to chat.
You always are happy to chat. Thank you very much for picking up the phone every time I call with my silly questions.
I was like,
But I do appreciate it actually. As far as my clients go, you've been handling a few of my clients really, really well, and I appreciate that. So yeah, we'll continue.
all right. Well, thank you again for having me on. I always enjoy your chats and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Excellent, Amanda. Thank you. Me too. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Charlene. Bye.
Bye.